Hi Pisces, welcome to your 2022 12-month forecast. This is going to be a forecast for all of 2020. I'm going to pull one card for each of the 12 months, and we're going to see what messages are going to come up for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is not a love-based reading, but we're going to leave the door open in case Spirit wants to share anything around love and romance as well. Since we're reading for the whole entire year, we're just going to be open for whatever comes in. So we're going to go ahead and see what messages are coming in for the Pisces Collective for 2022. We're going to pull the cards 4 months at a time. Please show us January. Please show us February. Please show us March, and please show us April. Oh, all right. I will say something, Pisces. Your cards are flying out a lot easier than a lot of the other signs I've done, and so far I just have you and Aquarius left. So I've done most of the other zodiac wheel. The way that the cards fly out make me feel like a lot of you Pisces are going into 2022 very clear with what you want. Like you have very clear intentions, very decisive. I like it. I love it. We're going to see what's coming in. But in terms of the energy, I feel like the Pisces Collective, like you guys already have a game plan. You know what you're working towards, and you're very motivated. The first card that's coming up here for January, speaking of which, is the Eight of Wands. I love it when that happens. February is the Knight of Pentacles. You're in it to win it, Pisces, with this Knight of Pentacles. March, Three of Wands. Oh yeah, Pisces is not even looking back. Pisces is like, who is 2021? I don't know her. Pisces, you guys are ready. All right, so January is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is very fast-moving energy. Eight of Wands can be very passionate energy. It can indicate travel, movement. A lot of the times I see Eight of Wands come up for people who are unblocked, or blocks or delays are over. Eight of Wands is also a card that can indicate good news, like receiving news that you were hoping to hear or that you wanted to hear. It's not simply getting an answer on something, it's the answer you were hoping for. So if you have some kind of test results due in January, or you've been waiting to hear about a situation, chances are there's good news coming in January for those of you Pisces who are waiting on word around that time. Some of you may be preparing to travel with this Eight of Wands. Now, the main energy and the main vibe I'm getting from the Eight of Wands is passion. And I feel like this is why your cards came out so easily and why your energy feels so free-flowing to me. I feel like you're going into 2022 with your heart. Like you're going into 2022 based on your desires, like seeking your desires, seeking the things that make you feel alive, seeking the things that inspire you. And that's been an ongoing theme in a lot of the weekly forecasts for Pisces as we came into the end of 2021, where you guys had a lot of feisty energy and you were very much in the energy of like, you know, but like, what about me? What about what I want? What about what I'm trying to do? What about where I'm trying to go? And so you guys have this beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy here, Pisces. You may want to check out the weekly forecasts for Pisces on the channel for, I want to say the months of, I'd say anytime from September through December, because there was a lot coming in about how you guys are shifting and coming into this confidence. And you're going into 2022 with this full force. So clear path, moving ahead. Whatever you were planning on doing or whatever you're wanting to do, this is telling us that there aren't going to be many obstacles for Pisces going into 2022. It's like the doors are open and you're getting started. You're going for it. February is reminding you that the key to your success is going to be consistency. That's it. Sometimes when we're working towards accomplishing really big goals, we get really overwhelmed. We get really, really overwhelmed, and we start thinking about how long it's going to take, or, how much work there is to be done. And we get really overwhelmed. And Knight of Pentacles is reminding you, focus. Focus. All you need to do is one step at a time. Before you know it, you're going to look behind you and go, wow, I can't believe how much ground I've covered. The key to your success is consistency. That's it. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to burn the midnight oil. You don't have to burn the candle at both ends. You don't have to grind. You don't have to hustle. Simply be consistent. Period. That's it. And the reason why I feel like you're being reminded to be consistent is there are going to be distractions coming up for you in February. Okay. Maybe some of you, the negative ego is coming in, as you're nearing becoming another year older, as that birthday approaches. A lot of us have these existential thoughts, and we're like, what have I done with my life? Where am I going? And we start to get really kind of, negative. And so this is saying, hey, get your focus again, get your focus again. For some of you, Pisces, I feel like there's really good things happening, but this is kind of like a double-edged sword. I feel like some of you have decided to make a really significant career change. And the funny thing about it is I feel like you already made a decision, and you may have been taking courses or classes for something towards the end of 2021 when you were like, oh, I'm gonna, go into this field or that field, and you started taking courses. But I feel like you might be changing your mind again as 2022 approaches, and you're like, no, this time I'm sure, because this is what I'm passionate about. The other thing, I was going into it because I thought that it might be stable, or I thought it might be something good, but I really want to do what I'm passionate about. I really want to go into this career change for like what my heart is in, like what I care about. And so people might be giving you a hard time about that. You might be feeling a little bit like, Pisces, you were doing this and now you're changing your mind again. And you may be kind of beating yourself up. And Knight of Pentacles is saying focus, 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 focus. Don't let the negative ego mess with you. This is where you are now. You're in the element of your passion. Go with it. Be consistent. Those of you who are doing something in terms of going back to school, whether it's online or getting some kind of certification or making some kind of significant career change, I feel like Knight of Pentacles is telling you to stay focused, because I feel a very social vibe for Pisces in February. Even if you're sitting at home and doing this stuff on your computer, you may start interacting. There might be online student portals. There may be like a Facebook group or something for like the online classes that you're in or the program that you're in. And I feel like you're beginning to socialize, and you're beginning to meet people that you're like, wow, this is a really interesting person to get to know. And am I ever going to meet them in person? And oh my gosh, what if we start dating? Or oh my gosh, I'm already in a relationship, but I feel this connection with this person in my classes. And so I feel like some of you are getting really stressed out. And Knight of Pentacles is saying easy, 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 easy. Relax, slow down, focus one step at a time. We don't have to figure out your whole entire life and the commitment of your relationships for the remainder of your days here on earth. We don't have to figure that out in February. We have time. Focus on the task at hand. Focus on what you're doing and what you're shifting. Those of you who are working towards a business or your own business, again, consistency is key. Don't let distractions, pull you away. As long as you're consistent, you're going to succeed. In March, we have the Three of Wands. And so this could be putting ourselves out there in some way. If you are working in terms of like a creative project or self-employment, there may be something that you are launching in March. I'm hearing internship. And I feel some of you may be landing an internship in March that is going to be life-changing for you. Absolutely, positively life-changing for you, because I feel that it feels like it's a great way to get experience, or it's a very reputable place that's going to look really great on your resume. But somehow I feel like it's opening up an opportunity for you to relocate. So what might start out as an internship, they might be very happy with you, and they might be like, hey, Pisces, you know, when you finish your courses and you get your certification, or you graduate and you get your degree, we would love to have you here. And they might even help you out. They might even help you out with relocating expenses, or they may be finding resources that are going to be helpful for you. I feel for some of you, you're getting your foot in the door, but then it's like springboarding you really far or really forward. For some of you, maybe this company is not where you're ending up, but the fact that you have it on your resume may be opening doors for people who are like, what, you interned where? All right, come on out here. You know, we'll help you. We'll cover moving expenses, or, you know, something along those lines. Some of you may be doing something where you're going and staying in a dorm, because that just came to my mind right now. It could be college. Maybe you're going to attend a college in person, going to like stay in a dorm, or it could be like a worker dorm. Apparently, I didn't know this till recently, and I found out about this through like private readings I have done. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not giving any names of individuals who've booked readings with me. I'm not naming any companies, but apparently there are like tech companies and stuff in the United States that have like dormitories for their staff, or for people who are coming out on a work visa, right? They might be coming from, another country, and they might be coming to the United States for a tech company that's based in the United States, and they're provided with room and boarding in like a dormitory kind of situation. And I feel for some of you, you're landing this type of an opportunity, which you've flat out manifested. Right? Like you've been putting it out there to the universe that that's going to be my ticket. I'm going to get that job. I'm going to go to the United States. So some of you that are in other countries right now might be manifesting this, or manifesting a work visa kind of situation. Maybe it's not the United States. You may be going to Switzerland. You may be going to Austria. You may be going to, somewhere in Asia. It could be a different country. But I do feel that there are some of you that are manifesting a work visa to immigrate to another country, okay? And have like room and boarding and all of that taken care of. 3 of Wands is also like the point of no return. You might be getting a little bit frustrated as we come into March with the goals and the resolutions that you've set for yourself. But the thing that I like about the 3 of Wands is, even though we might feel a little bit frustrated, we kind of know and we understand that we have to keep moving forward. It's like we've already started. We've already, come this far. We have to keep going. We have to move forward and just hope for the best. But the 3 of Wands lets us know that the outcome will be good. The outcome will be positive. Now, your card here for April is the Star, and this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're at a significant crossroads, we're at a significant new chapter in our life, and the things that we're experiencing are directly connected to what we came here to experience, what we came here to learn, what we came here to master. And so this is going to be really positive for a lot of you in terms of like a really big shift in your life. There is the element of Aquarius with the Star. So if you have an Aquarius placement, there could be big changes happening for you in those houses or in that area of your life. Some of you may be encountering an Aquarius that is going to be a really big part of the changes and the shifts that you are making. Now, the Star card overall is about long-term plans. And maybe some of you Pisces have been really frustrated in the past, and now you're very motivated because of having that frustration, because you might feel like anytime I make plans, life has other plans, right? Like, what is it? I think it was from the movie Fiddler on the Roof, when Tevye says, we make plans and God laughs. And you may feel that way sometimes. Like, I make plans and the universe is like, oh yeah, hold my beer, watch this, right? You may have had those situations. But when the star card comes up, this is like you're finally on the right path. So you're not going to require as much redirection, right? You're already on the right path. You're not going to require as much redirection. In fact, the Tower card is a card of redirection when Spirit is trying to break us out of a situation that's delaying us from being on schedule in our life, or that's holding us prisoner and keeping us stuck, right? The Tower card will come to bust us out of that tower and free us and get us back on track. And the Star card follows the Tower. The Star card tells us the worst of it is over. The chaos is over. The craziness is over. It's behind you. Now is the time that you can make long-term plans that are actually going to stick. The plans that you're making are actually going to succeed and move forward. The Star card also comes in with the element of, like being seen, being recognized, being celebrated, being admired. Inspiring other people. So you might be getting a lot of attention in April, and those of you who maybe are a little bit more on the shy side, or you have social anxiety, or you feel kind of weird or insecure if somebody's looking at you too long, you're like, what's going on? Do I have something on my face? Does my hair look stupid? Like, why are they looking at me? And you get really uncomfortable. You might start getting used to getting attention. You might start getting used to, being seen and being noticed, and people wanting to talk to you, wanting to be near you, and you're opening up to receive that attention. For some of you Pisces, it's really difficult to take a compliment. And in April, you're like, oh, stop it some more. Like you're comfortable with receiving those compliments and having that spotlight on you. Star card for me is like you made it out of the darkness. You made it out of the pain. You made it out of the pit. You made it out of the darkness, a shining light. And now you're showing others the way. You're encouraging others. So it's very positive. You might be hearing some background noises. For those of you who don't know, I recently rescued a very large dog. And he snores like a grown man. And he he shakes the floor and the walls with his movements. So I do apologize for background noise. I know background noise is annoying for some people, but this poor Poochie is glued to my side. He was abandoned once. I'm not gonna abandon him again. So you may be hearing interesting background noises from time to time if you continue to watch the videos on this channel. We're just gonna love it and accept it, okay? So back to the Star card. Star card can also indicate more than one avenue of income, more than one stream of income. If you've been doing something in terms of starting a business or self-employment, as you come into April, you're realizing that there's room for expansion here. There's room to grow, that there are other services or products related to what you're doing that you can put out there. I feel some of you maybe are doing something in terms of spirituality, like spiritual work or life coaching, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, well, I just got a whole idea. And you might be coming up with a whole stream of products, like you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna have these essential oil blends for this, and I'm gonna have these workshops for that, and I'm gonna put together workbooks, and I'm gonna put together all these other aids or tools, and you're realizing that there's a lot of things that you can incorporate, or a lot of things that you can offer. And so you're expanding what you have, and over time it continues to expand. And there's other streams of income that are coming in through it. Some of you are just whatever you're doing in terms of business. Maybe you're doing a bakery, and then you're like, well, you know what I can also do? I can start offering like little to-go mixes, right? Like people are like, oh, what's the secret? What do you put in your cupcakes? Well, I won't tell you, but you can buy a take-home kit and you can add eggs and oil and put it in the oven and have some at home. And then you might start offering catering. You might start offering lunches. You might start offering other things. Like you're beginning to branch out. Okay, you're beginning to branch out into other things, or expanding your offerings, which is also expanding your income. And then you might start taking the money that you're making and saying, okay, well, now I can learn about investing. Now I can learn about, different kinds of accounts where I can put my money for it to grow. Or I can start investing into other things. Or I can start another little business that I'm interested about. Because the star card indicates money coming in from more than one avenue, more than one stream, right? And so I feel like a lot of you are taking your money and just making it multiply. You're coming up with really creative ideas. I feel that element with the star card for a lot of you as well. We're going to go into the next card here, or the next cards, I should say. We're going to look at May. Please show us May. Please show us June. Please show us July. Please show us August. Alrighty, my dears. So, we have 5 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Cups. Would it be a reading for Pisces if we didn't have something about love and romance? I feel like a lot of the Pisces that I know really love love. You guys will have to tell me in the comments, Pisces. Is that a fair observation that I have of Pisces? Would you say as a Pisces you love love? I love it. I love it. You guys are, I'm a Scorpio, so Scorpios can be a little cynical at times, or we could be kind of like unmoved if we put our mind outside of relationships. But I feel like Pisces, you guys always like have a belief in it, or you don't let the negative experiences stop you to like keep trying. And I love that. I love that optimism that the Pisces that I have known seem to have for love and romance. And it pays off. I mean, hey, you got the 2 of Cups here, and we'll talk about it. We'll get into it here in just a minute when we get to the August card. So for May, we have 5 of Pentacles. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to see the 5 of Pentacles because it's a card that scares them. And a lot of people are used to watching tarot readings that are primarily focused on love and romance. And so in a lot of the love and romance readings, 5 of Pentacles has gotten stereotyped. It's gotten typecast as rejection or being ignored or being shut out. Now, the 5 of Pentacles can sometimes mean that. It is one of the meanings of the card, but anytime a reader is reading, first and foremost, the cards have many layers, and they can have more than one meaning. And so we're going to know based on the energy and the other cards that are coming up with it, what the card is trying to tell us. The 5 of Pentacles can also mean making changes during uncertain economical times. It can be an uncertain step. You're taking a financial step during a time that maybe doesn't seem like the best time to do it. This can be uncertain self-employment. Another meaning of the 5 of Pentacles can also be a situation with like kind of going out there on your own, and there might be hard times, and you might be budgeting your money, and you may be making changes and just kind of hoping for the best. And in that process of going out into the unknown, you're finding like true blue friends, people who are having your back, who are beside you, going through it right there with you, right? Not people who are with you because of what you can give them, but because they genuinely like to be around you, and they're in the same boat as you, and you're going through these changes together. So this can be a relationship that grows stronger and closer together as you're navigating uncertainty. If you are in a marriage and you know your marriage is secure, and you know that this is the person that you're going to be with, right? One of you maybe is quitting your job, or one of you is finding yourself in a situation where you feel like you're being forced to quit because of certain policy changes, or things about it that just aren't sitting right with you. And so you guys might have to sit down and do some budgeting and talk about it. Okay, well, how are we going to make this happen? How are we going to make this work? Five of Pentacles doesn't mean that, you don't have any progress, or that it's not going to work out. It's going to work out, but it might require budgeting. It might require planning. And in that process, you guys are going to stick together, and you're going to make some really happy memories, right? Five of Pentacles makes me think of Dorothy. She's lost in The Wizard of Oz. She's lost. She's going out there. She's trying to find her way, trying to find answers, and she finds her soul family along the way, people who have her back. So a lot of you are making big changes, and you might have to go through some challenging times, but it's making your relationship stronger. And other ones of you might meet your soulmate through this path, or soul family through this path, those of you who are alone. I think this is especially true for those of you who are learning a new skill. You might find that there's a lot of people there that are a lot like you, and maybe some of you feel kind of insecure about it. You're like, well, I don't know, because, I'm not fresh out of high school, and a lot of, these programs or these classes are probably going to be filled with like a lot of young kids fresh out of high school. And then you start and you go, oh, wow, well, there's a lot of people like me. There's people in their late 20s, late 30s, late 40s, there's a lot of people. So I'm not alone in this boat. And so I feel like a lot of you are establishing friendships as you're like reforming your life and regrouping and stepping out into this new plan or this new way of being. And there's going to be a charm about it, right? That one day you're going to look back and say, man, remember that day, those days that, we went through those challenges, and you can just kind of laugh about it. These are the kinds of times where you grow closer, relationships grow stronger. Now, for June, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So your changes, your planning, the steps you're taking are going to pay off for you. Queen of Pentacles is financial security. Queen of Pentacles is a happy home, right? It's sometimes it comes up for me to give confirmation that you are going to purchase property, or you are going to upgrade your home or your environment. Okay, so there's these wonderful kinds of situations, or these wonderful kinds of chances for progress, for growth, for improved living condition, living situation. Some of you might be making these steps or going into a career, and you're saying, oh, but would I be able to support myself? And Queen of Pentacles is saying yes. Now, Queen of Pentacles also comes up with an answer for us as far as the key to our success. Okay, the same way Knight of Pentacles came to you and said, look, the way that you're going to have to succeed is to be consistent and keep taking the steps. You're going to keep taking the steps. Then you're getting to like around June, and you're like, okay, yeah, but now what? Right? Like these steps are getting kind of frustrating, or these steps are getting kind of scary or challenging, especially as you step across the Five of Pentacles. You're like, You know, I want to keep going, but am I really going to succeed? You might be filled with anxiety. You might be filled with uncertainty about the future. And you're like, man, like, is it even worth it that I'm taking these steps, or that I'm taking this, what might feel to you to be a risk? Queen of Pentacles says the secret to your success at this point is going to be physical self-care. So Pisces especially, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait until you get to June to start doing it, but especially in June, because you're making such big changes and you're making such big commitments, and you might tire out and you might get, you know, oh, there's such a long way to go, or like, what if I'm taking this risk and it's not going to work out for me? Or what if I don't succeed? Some of you might be preparing in June to take an exam that you're like, my whole life depends on this exam, because even if I graduate or finish, if I don't pass this exam, then it's not going to work, or it's not going to happen. Or some of you are trying to manifest a new relationship, or there may be challenges in an existing relationship. Queen of Pentacles is saying the key to your success, whatever is discouraging you, whatever is stressing you out, the key to your success is going to be physical self-care. And I don't mean in terms of like, make sure you're looking cute, make sure you're, like dressing all up or like looking a certain way. That's not what I mean by physical self-care. I mean taking the time to make your living space a sanctuary. Okay, even if you don't have your own place, or even if you're not living in a place like with a significant other, even if you're living in a crowded house with other people. I've been there. I've been in that situation for a long time in my life, where there wasn't a whole lot of privacy and always other people, sound and noise and stuff coming in. But the space that you do have, try to make this your sanctuary, right? And sometimes it's hard. You try to make your bedroom a sanctuary, or the part of the bedroom that belongs to you your sanctuary. And you might have people coming in, knocking on the door. Pisces, Pisces, have you seen my toothbrush? Pisces, did you eat the last slice of pie? Like they might be, like you might have those interruptions. And so maybe for some of you, the sanctuary is going to have to come through like changing your schedule. Maybe you're going to get up a little bit earlier before everybody else and enjoy some peace and quiet and listen to some music and have your little earbuds in your ears, or have a nice quiet, morning coffee or morning tea, or meditate or pray or whatever you want to do. Some of you, the sanctuary is going to come through playing around with your schedule. Those of you who don't have the challenges of a noisy and crowded house, take the time to clear away clutter and take the time to define the spaces in your home. Even if you live in a little tiny studio where you only have, take the time to distinguish the different areas and different spots. This is where I'm going to sit and eat. This is where I'm going to sleep. If you have a TV, this is where I'm going to sit and watch TV. Or this is where I'm going to sit and do my journaling or writing or work on my projects. Define your little areas. This gives you a sense of break also, right? So you're not feeling claustrophobic. If you live in a home where you have different rooms, make sure that the rooms reflect that room is being kept for that purpose. Clear away clutter. This is especially true if you're feeling like you find yourself where you're like, man, I wish I could get a clearing. I wish I could get an energy healing, but I don't know where to find a good energy healer. I don't know. And maybe depending on how things are going, it can be challenging to meet in person and do these things in June. But you can clear energy by getting rid of clutter. Anything you haven't used in a long time, if it's broken and it can't be fixed, throw it away. Or if you know you're never going to fix it, donate it if somebody can take it, and if they're not going to take it and you know you're not going to fix it and you're not going to use it and you can't donate it, throw it away. Sometimes you put things out on the street corner and somebody else will come along and pick it up, right? They say one man's trash and another other man's treasure. So you can leave things out and donate it to the universe if need be. If there are things that make you sad, but you can't get rid of them, right? Like family pictures or certain things that maybe have been passed down through the family that you can't just drop off at the Salvation Army because you feel bad about doing that or it wouldn't be appropriate. You can put them away in a box and you can put them away somewhere where you don't have to look at them. Try not to like put it under your bed, if at all possible, but if you can like just put it like in a closet somewhere, or if you have an attic, or if you have like a garage or a basement, and you can pack it away securely so that it doesn't get any water damage or any critters getting to it. So later on you don't have to feel bad if, like, oh my gosh, it got ruined, I feel guilty. Secure it, keep it safe, but you can put it somewhere away from you. Getting rid of anything like, objects that you're not using, objects that are just kind of taking up space. This is a form of energy clearing. And this is going to help create that sense of sanctuary. Another thing you need to do with the physical self-care, make sure you're getting good quality sleep. Really good quality sleep. Have a nighttime ritual where you unwind. Some of you are hearing that banging. It is my heater. I ran away from the city. I'm kind of, I have very interesting contraption of a heater. I've never seen anything like it in my life. So I do apologize for the loud noise, but it is very cold and I don't want to freeze while I'm reading for you. So forgive the background noise of the heater. So make sure you're getting good quality sleep, okay? Make sure that you're getting good quality sleep. Have a nighttime ritual. Maybe you want to take a nice little sea salt bath and wash away the day, or a nice hot shower. Maybe you want to do some aromatherapy and get the essential oils going. Maybe you want to light some candles and just kind of chill out and decompress at the end of the day. Maybe like lotions, pajamas, bed sheets that feel good on the skin, that make it feel good to be in your body. When you're having meals, present the meals to yourself the way that you would if you were making meals for someone that you really care about. If you had a date coming over or a good friend coming over, you're not going to burn a piece of toast and throw it on a paper plate with crumbs all around it and throw it in front of them and say, there you go, enjoy. You might kind of take the time to make sure the toast comes out right. You might maybe kind of put in a cut up banana, or maybe like a little smear of like peanut butter or something if you have it available. You might kind of try to make it a little bit pretty. You're not going to, at the end of the day, have somebody over for dinner and microwave a hot dog and hand it to them and say, oh, just go ahead and eat it over the trash can. Make yourself at home. And just go ahead and, crash out on the couch later. Just go ahead and have the hot dog over the trash can and just, knock out on the couch watching TV. You're not going to do that to a guest. So there's my poochie making noise. So don't do that to yourself. You can still have the hot dog. There's nothing wrong with having a hot dog, but don't stand over the trash can and eat it. And, don't knock out on the couch. Just do what you can, that you're having your designated times. This is the time to wake up. This is the time to rest. This is the time to go to bed, right? This is the time to read. This is the time to meditate. Have those little divisions in your life and pay attention to your physical self-care. It's going to be really important for you to do. Okay? This is going to be a big key to your success because it's going to keep you grounded. It's going to keep you in your body. It's going to help you to open up to receive. And it's going to give you stamina. And it's going to increase the speed of your manifesting. Now, as you come into July, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords tells us a couple of different things. First and foremost, the Seven of Swords is going to tell us that we maybe need to take our steps cautiously. Maybe we don't want to advertise to the world what we're doing or what blessings are coming in, because there could be people around who are taking advantage. So maybe you're being cautious and you're not advertising to everybody, what you have going on or what's coming in. If you are doing something in terms of like creative projects or a business, you might be tempted in August to tell people what you're doing or to run ideas past them. Like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Or if you're working in a type of company where people bounce ideas off of each other, or the higher ups look to the team to come up with ideas, and you might want to run it by your coworkers and say, hey, I was thinking of suggesting this at the next meeting. What do you think about it? Don't be surprised, Pisces, if people tell you, oh, that's not a very good idea, or okay, well, I don't know if it's going to work, and they might discourage you from it, and then you turn around, and next thing you know, they're presenting your idea, and they're getting credit for it, or they're making money off of it. So you have to be cautious, because there might be people that are trying to steal your ideas or steal credit for your work. If you're doing something in terms of self-employment or collaborations or partnerships, make sure you have things in writing. This came up for one of the other signs. I can't remember which sign it was, but Pisces, maybe the thing that you're putting together is something that you're going and you're pitching. Like you're going to companies and you're saying, hey, I have this great invention. I have this great product that you guys might want to produce, or I have this really great TV show idea, or whatever it might be, and you're going and you're pitching the story or you're pitching the product, and companies are telling you, no, thank you, it's not what we're looking for, and then you turn around and they have something very similar to what you were presenting. Make sure that you have contracts in place. Make sure that you're protecting what's called intellectual property. Intellectual property are the things that you came up with, the things that you thought of. So you might want to look into, how can I get a copyright on this? How can I get a patent on this? If you're working in a partnership with somebody, how can you get this down in writing in a contract where they don't have the right to take it and use it, So some of you are having to secure yourself in that way. Those of you who are in a workplace situation, Seven of Swords is telling you be cautious. You might be dealing with people who are trying to sabotage. They might on purpose give you the wrong information because they want you to mess up, or they feel intimidated by you. I feel like this is going to be especially true for those of you who are going into a new field or going into a new job, or are coming in from some kind of an internship like we talked about. Like they see you as, fresh, new energy, that you're getting the attention. They see your potential. They see that people like you, and they're feeling, oh, I'm yesterday's news. They're going to throw me out, and Pisces is going to get all of the opportunities. And so they feel intimidated by you. So they might try to sabotage you. They might on purpose give you the wrong instructions or the wrong information. So what I always say is get it down in writing, right? Don't count on your notes. Don't say, well, I'll just show my notes and I'll show that in my notes I wrote down that they told me to do this. Because if you try to use that as a defense, they're going to say, well, Pisces, that's what you have written down in your notes because that's what you heard, but that's not what I said. Why would I tell you the wrong thing? Maybe you want to back it up with an email. Hey, thanks for showing me how to do this this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. And per our discussion, per your instructions, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Put down what they told you in the email and send it to that person as like a confirmation. They might not write you back. They might not say anything. and you do it the way that they told you to do it. And then your supervisor comes in really upset. Pisces, why would you do this way? This is not how we do this. Now everything is messed up. Now we have a problem. And you might say, well, this is the way the person told me to do it. And that person says, no, Pisces, you misunderstood. I would never tell you to do it that way. That's not the right way. Oh, okay, well, give me a second here. Let me print out the email I sent you, where I said, per our conversation, I'm going to go ahead and do X, Y, and Z. I emailed that to you, so you knew that's what I heard. Why didn't you correct me? I double-checked with you. You didn't respond. That way you're covering your little behind, okay? You don't have to be afraid of people who want to mess you up. You don't have to be afraid of people who want to sabotage you. All you have to do is be alert and be a step ahead. You can pray for wisdom. You can ask for guidance. You can take the steps. Remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, Pisces. Okay? Some of you need to be cautious that there is someone trying to get into your life because they see you about to come up. And they've known you forever. And they haven't shown any interest in you at all. All of a sudden, they're sliding into your DMs. Or all of a sudden, they're texting you and they're wanting to go grab coffee or be friends or be buddies. Be very cautious, because they're very sneaky and they're very smart. They want to get in just before the blessings pour down so they can pretend like, oh, well, I was your friend before all of this. I'm not like the fake people who are knocking on your door now that success came. They are exactly like the fake people knocking on your door before success came. They were just smart and they saw it coming and they tried to slide in beforehand so that they could disguise that. Other ones of you, especially with this Two of Cups coming up here in in August. I'm sorry. I did this before. This is June, July, August. No, September. I'm so sorry. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I lose myself. So July is the... Hold on. Okay, so this is May, June, July, August. So Seven of Swords is July. So August is the Two of Cups. So especially with the Seven of Swords coming up here with the Two of Cups, I do feel like love life is really improving for Pisces. I feel like one of the things that you're manifesting is a very happy, very loving love life. And by the time that you're getting into August, you have this Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be a new soulmate relationship, or it can be healing issues and problems and reconciling like a marriage or a committed relationship where you're renewing your love for one another. Okay? It depends on your circumstances. But whatever the case, whether you're healing a relationship and coming together and becoming stronger, or you're meeting a significant soulmate and entering into a significant soulmate relationship, Two of Cups for me is giver meets giver. Each person is asking, how can I make my partner happy? And they feed the relationship, right? It's a mutually invested relationship, soulmate connection. Seven of Swords makes me feel like there's somebody seeing this connection, seeing you getting this attention, noticing this relationship, and feeling a little bit jealous and wanting to come in and act like they're your friend and either instigate or stir up trouble, or, heaven forbid, I do feel like for some of you, someone is pretending to be your friend so they can get close, and they might be eyeing your partner. How did Pisces get so lucky? Where did Pisces find this person? I want somebody like this. So they're going to act like they're your best buddy. They're going to act like they're your friend. They may be trying to steal your partner. I normally don't say things like that. I don't try to be negative or put out things like that, but I am feeling that vibe, and Spirit is pushing me to share that word of caution. For some of you Pisces, be careful. You know, especially that if this is someone that all of a sudden wants to be close to you, and you guys weren't close like that before. Be very aware. It could be a family member just simply wanting to instigate trouble, because misery loves company. Now, I'm not saying that your partner is not to be trusted, right? Because ideally, no matter how much somebody might be chasing after your partner or trying to steal them away, you want to know that you have a partner that's going to be faithful, right? You want to know that. And with the Two of Cups, I do feel like you're with a faithful person. But if you can avoid that drama and that headache, why not avoid that drama or that headache? Because I feel like this is someone that if they don't get what they want, if the partner is not interested or the partner is not giving them the time of day, they're going to start instigating trouble. They're going to start saying things. They're going to try to put doubt in your partner's mind that they shouldn't trust you. They're going to start putting doubt in your mind that you shouldn't trust them. I just feel like be careful of this person. This is a deceptive person, and they're drama. They're not happy. They're miserable. Don't leave a space for them in your life. Okay? So just be cautious of anyone who is all of a sudden showing you this interest when before they weren't interested. We're going to go ahead and see. Oh, one more thing. Some of you are finding the significant soulmate. Those of you who've been single for a long time, or maybe if you've been married, but there could be somebody in the past that really broke your heart. And maybe somebody that kind of really stays in your mind. They see that you're happy now. They see that you've forgotten them. They might kind of be coming back to see if they can hook you back in. And they come back and they're like, dang, Pisces really moved on. Pisces is all into this person. Pisces seems to have this, good relationship, and their ego is hurt. How dare Pisces forget about me? So they might be coming in hard. Like, Pisces, I really messed up. I can't stop thinking about you. You're the person I should have been with. And they may really be laying it on thick to try to convince you to leave this person. And unfortunately, when people resurface like that, what do we think? We're like, oh, maybe this is the universe giving me a sign or telling me that I need to be with this person. Maybe this is the universe telling me that we're meant to be together. And they seem to be so persistent. And they seem to be so, in love with me, right? Maybe this is the way the universe is telling me I'm supposed to be with this person. And so we might think that that's what it means. That's not what it means. When we're moving on and we're ascending into higher vibration, higher frequency, it's like the old energy wants to resurface and keep us from evolving and yank us back down. It's the crabs in the bucket. You put a bunch of crabs in the bucket, you don't even need a lid. Because the second one of them starts climbing out of the bucket, the ones on the bottom grab it and yank it back down. So if somebody is coming up from the past, that is not the universe telling you that that's who you're supposed to be with. That's a crab at the bottom of the bucket, seeing you climb out and trying to yank you back in. Do not walk away from this blessed union because of some stupid person who's coming at you with ego, who just they just want to get the satisfaction of you choosing them over somebody else. And once they get what they want, they're going to go back around and do the same thing that they did the first time. And then you're like, great, I walked away from a good relationship for this person because they had me fooled. They just came in and they wrecked my life. Don't do that. Don't let them do that. Do not let them do that. So Two of Cups, love life is looking good for you guys in August. So September, let's look at the next 4 months. Please show us September. Please show us October. Please show us November. Please show us December. Oh, look at this. Hello, hello. October is 10 of Cups. Oh, September is 10 of months. 10 of months. 10 of Cups. September is 10 of Cups. October is you. Hello. November is the Tower. Don't freak out because these are telling me this is a good tower. Oh, heck yes, it's a good tower. December is the Temperance card. So we have here for September the 10 of Cups. And so as September is coming in 2022 for Pisces, this is a very fulfilled time. This is a time of contentment and inner peace. I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot readings for love and romance. So 10 of Cups is typecast as getting married, having a family, and that can be the case for some of you, right? Some of you might be manifesting that traditional marriage and family. But the true meaning of 10 of Cups is happiness and fulfillment in every area of your life and inner peace and just all around contentment. It's your happily ever after. Not everybody's happily ever after is going to be marriage and babies. Okay? Whatever your happily ever after is, September, you're feeling like you have it. You're feeling like this is it. You have it, or you're very close to it. You can see it on the horizon. You see it coming in. It's a sense of satisfaction in all areas of your life. And maybe in the past, you've never had that. You're like, well, when I'm happy in my love life, my finances are miserable. When I'm happy in my career, my family life is terrible. You might feel like it's always something, right? But 10 of Cups is saying, no, it doesn't have to be always something. You're going to have happiness, commitment, and fulfillment in every area of your life. And in terms of love and romance, Pisces, I feel like this is a big message that some of you feel like in relationships you've had to make big sacrifices in terms of your partner where maybe you felt like you've settled. Like, okay, well, maybe they don't have, certain qualities that I want or that I'm looking for, but they're a nice person, or they're this, or they're that. So you might feel like you've had to give up a lot of things on your list, on your wish list. And 10 of Cups, I feel like this is somebody that you don't have to give up on the wish list. They have all of them. Existing relationship, you're overcoming the challenges, and your partner is hearing you, and they're delivering. So there's contentment in all areas. For October, we have the moon. And this is Pisces energy, right? The moon card, Pisces, you're associated with that moon card. And so when I'm reading for somebody and their major arcana card comes up, or a major arcana card associated with their sign, it's telling me that this is a moment that you're coming into your power. You're coming into your confidence. You're coming into your authentic self. You're shaking away the conditioning and the programming, and you're living life unapologetically the way that makes you happy. It's a beautiful energy. Now, the moon card also indicates overcoming our fears and listening to our intuition. A lot of the times it comes up as like a psychic awakening, getting in touch with our spiritual gifts and abilities. Pisces, you are a very intuitive sign. You are a very psychic sign. And as we're coming into the end of the year, as we're coming into October, oddly enough, interestingly enough, the time of the year that the veil is the thinnest, you're really connecting with that energy. The intuitive world, the spirit world. You're becoming very aware of it. You're like, I can feel it. I believed in it, but I can feel it. I can feel spirit. I can feel connected to my higher self. I can feel it. That's what I feel. I feel like you guys are just like surprised that you're feeling it, right? Like it's activated. Now, I know the tower scares a lot of people, but I'm getting a really interesting vibe here with the moon, the tower, and the temperance card coming together back to back. These are 3 major arcana cards coming in back to back. For me in a reading, when major arcana cards come in back to back, they're telling me massive changes in a very short period of time. Massive growth in a very short period of time. Massive ascension, raising frequency, raising vibration in a very short period of time. So you're starting 2022 with determined, fast-moving energy, and you're ending 2022 with a bang, a life-changing bang, okay? You are gonna have, this is gonna be a positive one, okay? A positive bang. And I'll tell you what I feel when I see the moon, the tower, and the temperance card. Okay, the tower can be a change that's pushing us out of our comfort zone and a permanent change in our life, paradigm shift, awakening. Okay, it doesn't have to be destruction and chaos. It can be breaking out of the illusion. It can be falling in love. It can be becoming a parent for the first time. It could be moving. It could be buying a house, a dream home. It can be anything that's pushing us out of our comfort zone that's a permanent change. It doesn't have to be destruction and chaos. And having the tower sandwiched between the moon and the temperance card, temperance is answering a calling, stepping onto your life path, divine timing. It's also associated with the astrological sign of Sagittarius. If you have a Sagittarius placement, there can be big changes in that area of your life or in those houses, big breakthroughs, big improvements. But these three cards together, back to back, Moon, Tower, and Temperance, give me a feeling, Pisces, that the new moon in Sagittarius on November 23rd, 2022, the energy around that time is going to be life-changing for Pisces. There's something about the energy that you're tapping into, and you're manifesting something very big. Something very, very big. And at the same time, you're having a spiritual awakening where you're getting a better idea of how to put your gifts and talents to use, to feel fulfilled, to feel that you're doing something productive, to feel that you're doing something to help others or to make a positive difference. I feel like there's a massive awakening happening towards the end of the year with these three cards. And I'm excited. I would love to hear towards the end of 2022 what that is for a lot of you out there. You may want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign videos. Sometimes that might resonate for you more than your sun sign. If you would like a private 2022 12-month forecast for you specifically, privately, those are available at calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. It doesn't have to be a 12-month forecast. I'm still offering the readings that I offer throughout the rest of the year. If you want to get it, if you just want to get a reading where it's not broken down month by month and you just want to know about certain things, those are available as well. Be sure to check out the weekly forecasts that I do on the channel. I know I've been inconsistent in 2021, but like you guys, like many of you, 2021 was a very hard year for me, and I had sickness. I had the devil come for me hard. I relocated. I had, my own healing and clearing and things to deal with. So I'm hoping and praying for a more stable 2020 and to come in with more consistent weekly forecasts. So those of you who didn't give up on me, who are still subscribed, who are still here, thank you very much for receiving the messages. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful 2022, my dears. Happy New Year. Be well.